All right, students, we're gonna get started with this lesson. This one will be on area, and we're gonna be specifically using algebra tiles. We have not worked with these yet, so this is gonna be a little bit of a learning curve. But we're gonna first start off by learning how to read the area tiles, and then there are 3 questions to this activity, and then 1 extension. So this first one, it's a square, and pretty much what this means is that we are looking at the area inside this square. So that's 1 times 1 is 1. So we're still looking at length times width equals to 1. When it's 1 times 1, 1. The area of this figure is 1. Now this one's a little bit different because we are including x into this one. So this one is x times 1. It's just x, and x represents the area inside this figure. Moving on to this kind of bigger one. This one is x times x. What is x times x? Got it, it's x squared. So this big figure right here represents x squared. And we're going to be using these to solve a couple of different problems and just learning how to use these and how we can use these to solve and multiply binomials. Now, here is question 2. Question 2 says, multiply using the area method. I want you guys to use the area method with the algebra tiles. So we're going to do this one together. The first one is multiplying this binomial. X plus 2 times x plus 1. Now, how are we going to use this? How are we going to use our algebra tiles? Well, this is what we're going to do. We are going to draw the figures, use our algebra tiles to draw this out. If you guys remember, you guys can kind of see through it. X is represented by, looks like a long figure like this. This is x. So that's the area inside x, represented by this figure. Now we have a plus 2, so we're going to add 2 of those smaller squares. Here's 1, here's 2. So remember, this is x plus 1, 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. X plus 2. Now, x plus 1. We're going to put that right on top over here, kind of making like a square. That's x, representing this x, and then this one has a plus 1. So we're going to add 1 of those smaller squares. 1. So that's a visual representation of our binomial, x plus 2 and x plus 1. X plus 2 times x plus 1. Now, how do we do this? How do we multiply these binomials? How do we do this with our algebra tiles? Well, if we just take a look here, x times x gives us x squared. So we're going to draw a bigger square. X times x is x squared. Now, we multiplied x times x. Now, what is x times 1? Got it. Just x. Represented with this. You just put that there so we don't get confused. Now, 1 times x, x, and we do it again. 1 times x is just another x. Now we have these over here. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is also 1. 1. Okay, now that we have this figure, I'm just going to make a little parentheses note here. This represents x plus 2. X plus 2, as I was mentioning, and then over here, this one represents x plus 1. This one over here. Okay. Now that we created this figure, how are we going to use this to solve our binomial? Well, we're just going to count those. Remember, x plus 2 times x plus 1. So we're going to count these really quick and see what we got in here. So first, we can see that we got an x squared. We're going to add plus how many x's did we get? We got 1, 2, 3. So that's 3x plus how many ones did we get? We got 1, 2 plus 2. So that means that x plus 2 times x plus 1 is equal to x squared plus 3x plus 2, which is represented also in the figure that we created over here. All right, perfect. Now this is our answer. Wonderful. Okay, now that we practiced 1, we're gonna move on to number 3 over here. It says, you try. Multiply using the area method. X plus 3 times x plus 2. So take a second, take a minute and solve that out using your algebra tiles. Make your drawings out. All right, hopefully you got something like this. This is x, my x over here, and these are the 3. 1, 2, 3. Now this one over here, this is x, represent from x plus 2, and these are my 2, 1 and 1. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Now, let's multiply this. X times x is x squared. Now, x times 1, x. X times 1, x. X times 1, x. Wonderful. Now over here, x times 1, x. X times 1, x. Moving on here, 1 times 1, that's just 1. 1 times 1, 1. 1 times 1, 1. 1 times 1, 1. 1 times 1, that's 1. 1 times 1, that is 1. All right, got that. Just labeling these for you real quick. Okay, awesome. Now that we have our figure, let's find out what x plus 3 times x plus 2 is equal to. So we're going to see this really quick. We'll take a look inside our figure. How many x? We have x squared. How many x's do we have? We're going to add them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5x. And then how many ones we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ones plus 6. And that's our answer. X squared plus 5x plus 6. That is our answer to x plus 3 times x plus 2. Simple as that. Remember, we're looking inside this once we multiply. We're looking in here. So we got our x squared, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5x plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 6. And there you go. That's how you use algebra tiles to multiply binomials. Okay, now here's where we're going to do our extension. We're going to talk about this furthermore in the next couple of classes, but I just want you to begin thinking about it. Our extension says, how can we use algebra tiles to multiply? And this one says, our binomial is x minus 2 times x plus 3. I want you to give it a shot. How would we use our algebra tiles to solve this? You can just think about it, and we're going to talk about it more in the next class. All right, see you guys. Thank you.